Hello students, welcome to a lesson through the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher, and in this lockdown period, since we are not able to go to school children, we will be doing many lessons here online through the virtual class. So come on, let's proceed to our lesson for today. So children, let us start with another lesson now in standard 3rd. Subject is EVS. Now I will not directly tell you the name of the lesson. You have to look at the images here on the screen and you have to try and guess the name of the lesson. So what all things can you see here on the screen in front of you children? You can see various parts of your body, isn't it? There is someone's lip over there. Then you can see one ear. There is an eye. There is a hand and a nose. So these are all organs of our body, isn't it? These are all parts of our body. And with these parts, we get to know about the world around us. So our lesson for today is related to these parts, which help us to make sense of the world, which help us to understand the world around us. Therefore, these organs are called as the sense organs. So today we will learn lesson number 16 from your EVS textbook, that is our sense organs. So we are going to learn about the ears and what they do. We're going to learn about our eyes, our nose, etc. Okay, and we will also see how they help us to live our day-to-day life. In this lesson also children, there is a part where we are going to see when these organs are not proper, that is when there is some problem with these organs, how we have to suffer. So that also will be the part of the lesson. Then we will also see that if we have some problem with these organs and we are in trouble, how can we overcome that trouble? Alright, so this is going to be a long lesson children. I will do it in 2 videos. So this is part 1 of the lesson, lesson number 16, our sense organs. So let us start by trying to understand what are our 5 senses. Senses in the sense, how do we understand about the world outside us? So we hear so many things, isn't it? We taste so many things. We touch and make sense of many things around us. We smell, we see so many different things around us and we come to know how things look like, what is their shape, what is their color, what is their size. We also come to know about many smells because of our nose. So these are the 5 senses that we have. The sense where we hear, taste, touch, see and smell. Now, there are some organs which help us to hear, to see, to taste, to touch and to smell. These organs are called our sensory organs, or they are called our sense organs. So what is a sense organ? Now this is from the textbook. Okay, this is a new term for us. The name of the lesson itself is a new term for us. So what is the meaning of this new term? Sensory organs or sense organs? An organ that tells us about our surroundings is a sensory organ. And which are our sensory organs? Our eyes, our ears, nose, tongue and skin are our sensory organs or our sense organs. Okay, hope this idea is clear to you. Let us now take a look at the various sense organs that we have. So the eyes, see here you can see one eye. Alright, we have a pair of eyes. We have a pair of ears as well. So see, this is one ear over here. Then we have our skin. See, the hand is shown over here. the skin is present all over our body. Okay, but usually we touch and we feel with our hands. That is why when we say touch, when we say skin, we show our hands. Then we have the tongue, which is inside our mouth. So all of you open your mouth and pull your tongue out. Put your tongue out. Yes, so that is your tongue. So you get to taste so many things because of your tongue. Your tongue tells you whether something is sweet, something is sour, something is bitter. So all this the tongue tells you. Then we have the nose. See, here we have the nose. The nose is very, very important because it helps us to breathe. We take in air and we give out air using our nose. But the nose also at the same time allows us to smell various things. So these children are our various sense organs. Alright, see, so we have our eyes which help us to see. So we see with our eyes. You close your eyes for a moment, you will not be able to see anything around you. So if you have to see something, you have to use your eyes. Then we have the ears. Can you see? Any sound which comes from outside, it enters our ears. So you know whether it is someone crying, someone laughing, someone calling you. When your teacher calls out your name, you immediately turn and look at your teacher, isn't it? How do you know that your teacher has called your name? Because of your ears. So we hear with our ears. Then we touch and feel with our skin. See, on your hands, on the palm of your hands you have your skin. All over your body you have your skin. But we touch and feel with the palm of our hands, isn't it? So that is why we say we touch and feel with our skin. Then see, when you lick a lollipop, you know it is sweet. But when you lick a lemon, oh God, it feels so sour. How do you know it? Because of your tongue. So we taste with our tongue. Alright? And then finally, see, she smelt the flower and she liked it very much. So how did she smell the flower? See, she's taking it to her nose. There. So we smell with our nose. So these are the various sense organs in our body. Now we will go to some images and small exercises from our textbook. So see, here there is a girl, we will call her Tai. Tai means elder sister. So we'll call her Tai. Now Tai, and there is a boy along with her who's a brother. So see, Tai has closed her eyes, or Tai is blindfolded, means someone has tied a cloth around her eyes so that she cannot see. Her brother is clapping. So can Tai see her brother clapping? No. Then how can she tell what sound she was hearing? Tai cannot see that her brother is clapping, but she knows that her brother is clapping. So how can she say that it is a sound of a clap? Tai heard the sound using her ears. Okay, Tai couldn't see that her brother is clapping, but Tai could hear her brother clapping. That means Tai heard the sound using her ears. Okay, now Tai is doing a small test on her brother. So now the brother is blindfolded, sorry. And now Tai has different things in her hand. In the first picture, Tai has got a mango which is ripe. In the second picture, Tai has a rose, and in the third picture, she has got another flower. So what are the different things that Tai has in her hand? Observe carefully. Tai has a mango and 2 flowers in her hand. Now children, flowers also, different flowers have got different smell. We know, na? A rose smells different as compared to a jasmine, okay, or a champa. So Tai has got one mango and two flowers in her hand. So now let us see what the test is. How does the boy guess even when he is blindfolded? So now the boy cannot see. But how does he know that Tai has a mango, Tai has a rose, Tai has a jasmine? How does he know? Because the boy smells the mango and the flowers with his nose. Okay, so this is how we can make use of one sense organ when the other one is not there, or when the other one has been temporarily stopped for us, or eyes are tied. When someone tells you to hold your nose, you can use the other sense organ also. See, now both are blindfolded. Tai and her brother, both of them are blindfolded. They can still know the material of the shirt. Okay, see, they have got different shirts with them. You also wear different kind of shirts, isn't it? When you come to school, you wear your uniform, which has got a different touch. When you're at home, you wear t-shirts, which has got a different touch. So now both of them are blindfolded, both of their eyes are tied. So how do they know what is the material of the shirt? Using their hands or by touching something. Okay, now let us talk about seeing something. So what is the color of raw mangoes? Have you seen mangoes? Now mangoes, whether they are ripe or whether they are raw, their shape is the same, isn't it? Only the color changes. So what is the color of raw mangoes, children? Kacha aam. The color is green, as you can see here. So raw mangoes are green in color. Now what about ripe mangoes? What is the color of ripe mangoes? See, the same mangoes which were there here, after some days they ripened. They became ripe, pak gaye. And see the color of the mangoes now. They are yellow, isn't it? Now this you can't see, but you can smell. The smell of the raw mango is different and the smell of the ripe mangoes is different. But if you have to see the color, then you have to use your eyes, isn't it? So see, let us talk about taste now. The raw mango and the ripe mango, you can also know the difference without smelling, without seeing, but by tasting. That is, if someone blindfolds you, someone ties your eyes and gives you a piece of mango to eat. When you eat it, you know whether it is raw or whether it is ripe. Raw mangoes are sour and ripe mangoes are sweet. Okay, come on, let's move on and look at some more tastes now. So now what is the taste of salt, children? Salt is very, very important in our food, isn't it? When your mummy makes dal, she makes rice, she makes any dish, sabji, she adds salt to it. But have you ever tasted salt? If you put salt in your mouth, just like that, your face will become like this. Because salt is very, very salty, okay? The moment you eat salt as it is, you will feel like spitting it out. So this is a taste of salt. It is salty. What about sugar? Can you put a spoon of sugar in your mouth and nicely eat it? Yes, because sugar is sweet and it is yum, isn't it? You should not eat too much sugar, okay? Eating too much sugar is not good for us. But the taste of sugar is very sweet. It is very yummy, isn't it? Now, look at another sense organ now. Suppose you're walking on the road. See, this is this boy. He's walking on the road. And there is a very big ditch or a very big hole on the road. So now, will he be able to see it? Or will he be able to smell it or taste it? So how will he know that there is a ditch on the road? He will have to see it. So what will happen if you do not see the ditch? If you can't see the ditch, if this boy's eyes are blindfolded, then what will happen? He will fall into the ditch, isn't it? In the same way, sometimes when you're playing outside, okay, and you're very, very happy and you're playing outside, and your mother has also told you that you can play outside, but if it starts raining, you should run back into the house. And suddenly there is thunder and lightning in the skies. What will you do? You will run back into your house, isn't it? So, how do you come to know that there is lightning? If you do not hear the lightning, how will you know that there is lightning? By seeing, isn't it? So, sometimes seeing is very important. Now, for a mango, you could taste it also, you could smell it also, but there are certain things which you cannot taste and smell. For example, if there is a ditch on this road like this, you have to see it. If there is a lightning, if you can't hear it, then you have to see it. Okay? So that is how we come to know about the various things around us. By touching them, by tasting them, by feeling them. Alright? That is why these are all called as our sense organs. So what do our sense organs do basically? Our sense organs tell us about our surroundings. That is why, what are they called? They're called as our sensory organs. Okay, children? So this is about our sense organs. Now, let us look at another exercise from our textbook. See? So you can see with your eyes. You can see and tell about the world around you with your eyes. Then you can hear, you can listen to music using your ears. So the ears tell you about the things around you, that is what all things you can hear. Then you taste using your tongue. You touch and feel using your skin. Alright, so that is why they're called as the sensory organs. Now there is this exercise in your textbook, children, where they have asked you to name the things in the pictures from their outlines. Now this is a picture. Okay, if you have to talk about the picture, you have to see the picture. That means you have to look at the picture. So let us try and name some things from this picture. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things over here. So let us try and name some of the things. The first one is a kite. Then you have an arrow there. After that there is a sword. Then you have an umbrella. You also have a mace, you have moon, you have a fan, you have the picture of a tongue. Okay, so what are the different things that you have seen here? You have seen it because of their outlines, because of their shape, isn't it? Let us look at this image also now from your textbook. Name the things in the picture and their colors also. You have to say what the picture is and you have to say what the colors are. So come on, let us start. So the first one, it is an orange. It is a fruit. And what is the color of the orange? It is orange color itself. What about the next one? It is a post box. It is red and black in color. Then you have a crow, which is black in color. Then you have the rainbow, where there are various colors, isn't it? Then you have a lantern, where there are various colors, different colors. It is colorful. And then you have a tomato, which is red in color. So see, to understand the shape of some things, to understand the color of something, you have to see them. Okay, so your eyes, they help you not only to understand the shape of things, whether the thing is big, whether the thing is small, but also to understand and find out what the color of something is. So you cannot understand what the color of something is by touching it or by smelling it. For that you have to see. Okay. Now our eyes, we can see with them. Now we just saw that we can see with our eyes. We can say the color of things with our eyes. We can also understand what their shape is. And we can also guess the distance of things from us. Look at these two pictures here now. There are many people standing on the railway station. See, the train is far off in the first picture. Okay, so it is looking small. Now in the second picture you will see that the train looks big. Why is that? Because it has come close to us. So how did you know that the train is far away and now the train is close to us? Of course, because of the sound of the train also, and mainly because we can see the train. We can see the distance also. When something looks bigger, it means it is close to us. When something looks very tiny, it means it could be far away from us. So we can guess not only the color and the shape of things, but also their distance from us because of our eyes. Okay, so there are a lot of things which we sense because of our eyes. So our eyes are a very, very important organ in our body. All right, let us move on and let us talk about our ears now. So all of you touch your ears, come on. You have 2 ears on either side of your head. Okay, so all of you touch your ears, you can move your ears also, isn't it? So we hear with our ears. So whether you're listening to songs, whether you're listening to music, whether you're talking to someone on the phone, whether you're talking to someone in front of you, whether your mummy calls you, sometimes your mummy calls your brother, that time you do not go, your mummy calls you, you go running. Why? Because you heard your name. So we hear using our ears. Okay, look at this picture. We hear with our ears because we know what a person is saying because of our ears. Now some sounds are sweet, whereas some sounds are a little harsh. Okay, so it is important for us to listen to all kinds of sound. Sound also tells us about the distance and the direction. I told you in the train, when you're looking at the train also, when the train is far, its sound is very low. But when the train comes close to us, the sound becomes loud. And also the direction. See the girl walking there. She understood that there is a dog behind her because of the sound. Okay, so our ears, they help us to hear so many things. Now let us come to our nose. Our nose helps us to smell. All right, see here, we have good smells around us. See, good smells. Now he's smelling a laddu. Laddus are good smell, isn't it? We have certain bad smells also around us. So let us see an example of a bad smell. See, if you do not wash your sock for many days together, and one day when you pull it out of your shoes, what happens? It gives out a very bad smell. So how do you know that something is smelling good or something is smelling bad? It is because of your nose. So your nose helps you to decide which is a good smell or which is a bad smell. See, bad, rotten smell. Okay, the smell of rotting things. See here, things which have become bad. Will you ever eat this? Even if you're not able to see it. Suppose someone closes your eyes and he gives you this kind of food to eat. Will you eat it? No. Because before putting it into your mouth, you will know that it is rotten. It is bad. Why? Because of the smell. Sometimes we smell our food and we come to know whether it is good or bad. Isn't it? Your mummy keeps things in the fridge sometimes. She removes it after some days and first thing she does it, she smells it, whether it is good or bad for you. So, we smell with our noses, with our nose. Alright? Now, we taste with our tongues. So, let us see all these things which are there. We have fruits, ice creams, sweets, we have a lemon, we have so many different things. We get to taste all these things because of our tongue. Okay, see what taste this thing must be having. It must be very sweet because it is a cake. Yeah, what about the sweet things? See, there is a laddu, there are laddus on it, peda, barfi, etc. All these things are very sweet. How do you come to know that they are sweet? Because of their taste. And what is the organ which helps you to taste something? It is your tongue. Okay. Now let us look at some more tastes. So this is a sweet taste. Have you eaten this vegetable? It is the bitter gourd. Okay, we call it as the bitter melon, or we also call it as karela. So this is how is the taste of a karela. Let us think about it. Okay. We have something else also. When you get sick and you go to the doctor, he gives you these kind of pills. So what is the taste of these pills? The moment you put it in your mouth, your face becomes like this. Either the karela or the pills. So what is the taste of these things? It is bitter. How do you come to know that it is bitter? Because of your tongue. Your tongue tells you that the cake is sweet and the bitter gourd is bitter. Let us look at the next taste. What is this interesting thing over here? These are wedges of lemon. They are lemon, lime. Okay. And what about this? These are tomatoes. How do you feel when you eat a piece of lemon? Your face looks like this. Okay. So this is which taste? It is the sour taste. Alright. Khatta, we call it in Hindi. Now, let us look at one more taste. Come on, have you tried biting one of this? How would you feel when you pick up a chili and you bite it? What about this? Have you seen this? These are peppercorns, black pepper. Have you ever tried putting a few corns of pepper in your mouth and biting them or chewing them? How will you feel? You will feel like this. You will feel as if your tongue is on fire. Why? Because this is which taste? It is hot taste. Okay? So, our tongue tells us whether something is sweet or whether something is sour or whether something is bitter. Okay? All these senses we get because of our tongue. Now, we go to the last sense organ that we have, that is our skin, or we also call it as the sense of touch. So look at this image, children. It is a hand of a small baby in someone's hand. So have you touched a small baby's hands or the small baby's cheeks? How do they feel? They feel soft, isn't it? So it is your skin which helps you to decide whether something is soft or whether something is rough. So see, here grandpa, he's checking whether the water is hot or not for him to have bath. Grandpa wants to have bath now and he wants to see whether the water is hot enough. So what does he do? He dips his hand into the water to decide whether it is hot or not. Sometimes without thinking, when you're watching TV or whether you're watching something on your mobile, without thinking, what do you go and do? You go and hold some hot thing. And then what happens? You pull your hand back and you say, yo, it's so hot. How do you come to know that it is hot? Because of the touch. So you come to know about hot objects because of your skin. You come to know about cold objects because of your skin. Look at this. A handful of ice. What do you think the feeling must be? That person must be feeling very, very cold. Isn't it? Look at this. When you, in the winter season, now also it is cold. If you go and stand inside a lake or a swimming pool, how will you feel? You will feel very cold, isn't it? How do you come to know about cold objects? Because of your skin. What about this? How will you feel when you touch it? You will not feel very nice, isn't it? What about if you touch this piece of rock? It will feel rough because it is a rough object. How do you come to know it is a rough object? Because of your Skin. What about this? A feather or this beautiful teddy? They are soft objects. So you come to know about soft objects because of your skin. Alright, so in this part of the video, children, we talked about the various sense organs that we have, and we talked about each sense organ and the function of that particular sense organ in detail. Now we have some more part of the lesson which is remaining. So next time when we meet in the next video, we will talk about coordination in our body movement. We will talk about some disabilities, that is, I told you, when any of these sense organs do not work properly, then we have a disability. And we will of course talk about how we can overcome these disabilities and live a nice normal life. But that will be in the next video, and this is all for now in this particular video. So children, wasn't that a wonderful video, and did you enjoy watching it? So if you want to watch more such videos in future, then please like this video and also subscribe to our channel, the MCGM Portal for Education, and also hit the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video here. Thank you so much for now. Let's meet again soon.